Our fifth musical of the evening is This Old Haunt by Maggie Marie Rodgers, Rebecca Walls, SMJ, and Dylan Feldman.
Penelope, Hetty, Selina, and Caroline reunite at their high school choir teacher's cabin in the woods, which she has left to the group in her will. A giant hole opens up in the floor, and relationships are tested. Please welcome to the stage two of the writers of This Old Haunt, Maggie Marie Rodgers and SMJ.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Bienvenidos.
Bienvenidos a la sala.
Thank you.
We're waiting on snacks. They're on their way.
Great.
And drinks.
They're right on their way. So tell us what inspired This Old Haunt and how you came up with this haunting storyline.
Wow. So Maggie and I met at the Eugene O'Neill Theater Center. Maggie and I she was a student. I was working there for the National Theater Institute, and she wrote a song for her company project, which is a big, giant devised project at the end of the semester called Dear You, Dear Me, which is like the 11 o'clock number still on our show, and sat on that song for about 2 years. And then towards the end of 2019, went to our friend Rebecca Walls, who was, at the time, a directing student at Carnegie Mellon University, and was like, hey, I have this song, we should make something. And then Rebecca was like, hold on, I gotta get married first, and then we can do that. And then COVID happened. So I put it on hold for a second, until midway through COVID. They decided, let's pick it up, let's try to make this a musical. And then luckily for me, in like September of 2020, they needed a book writer, and they were like, SMJ, come along. And at that time, I had heard some of the music. I was brought in the folk vibe, the sort of magic, the sort of like timeless nature of it, and the sort of like grief that was going on collectively amongst us as a writing team and also in the world. And right at the start of COVID, I lost my dad. He like passed away right at the top of COVID, and then like half of my family died. On my Puerto Rican side. And I was like, whoa, hey. And then at the time, we were getting into our 10-year anniversary, I keep saying anniversary, reunions for high school. And we were like, that collective heartbreak and death that happens when you lose like not only like a family member, but also like your teacher, whether they become distant or they die and pass on.
As you grow up and move on.
Yeah. And we also like Taylor Swift's folklore, so we were like, hey, we should capitalize on that. So... Yeah, that's
and
a little bit of that.
Why Stowe, Vermont as the...
Small towns are really important to me, growing up in a small town and being a mixed kid in the middle of a white city. But then Maggie has a personal connection to Stowe, Vermont.
Yeah, my brother and sister-in-law and my dad and my grandfather all went to UVM, and it's in Burlington, and it's just a little part of the world that feels very isolated from the rest of the U.S., and it's like, why not make a really cool, magic-y, like, ghosty show in Vermont in a cabin in the woods and have fun with it.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not indeed?
A cabin in the woods in Vermont is terrifying to me.
Yeah.
It's the last place I want to be. No thanks. No thank you.
As a team of 4 writers, because Rebecca and... Is Dylan here again?
Yes.
Dylan is in the house. Dylan is in the house. But who are not up here in La Sala. Can you share how your collaboration works between all 4 of you?
Yeah, well, one, I'm someone, and I know our whole team is, like, it takes a village to create something, and I always use my friends and collaborators as a tool to continue to build our art and bring it up and just keep it, because I couldn't do it by myself. And for instance, for Dylan, he came onto our team this past year and has brought the music to such a new height that it's a blessing. And we'll basically, you can interrupt me, but we'll like have sticky note sessions virtually, because for 3 years we were creating online during COVID and then going into Carnegie Mellon, and we would have long discussions about life and growing up and what it feels to move apart from your hometown and your friends, and then we would kind of just dive into that and be like, oh, let's do this, let's do that.
Yeah, and to delineate it, Maggie wrote all the music and the lyrics that you're hearing, and then I'm the book writer. And we're about to collaborate on a song together, which I think is
Yeah.
really fun. A little love duet. We also love gay love, you know what I mean? So we have that. But Rebecca Walls is our directing partner, who I will often have like 2-hour-long sessions with about the book and like, hey, what's going on there? What's
Yeah.
this about? And then
Yeah.
Dylan, of course, and
Dylan,
Maggie is fantastic.
orchestrations, vocal arrangements, doing additional music, and we all build off of each other.
It's great. It really does
Yeah.
take a village to make musicals, especially. I mean, like there's so many moving parts.
Yeah.
Can you set us up for the next song? Give us a little bit of context?
Yeah, Storm Chaser, which you're about to hear, is the opening number of the musical. So imagine you're back in 2012, and you're at a choir concert for a high school in Stowe, Vermont. Everyone wearing the same shapeless black choir outfit dresses. So Miss E, the choir teacher, it's her retirement, and the students decided to write her a song. So this is the song that they sing to her on her retirement night. And during the number, which you're not going to see, but imagine in the shape of the show that it starts in 2012, and then we see them past 10 years, and by the end, we're actually at Miss E's funeral in 2022. So that's sort of the journey that we're going to take with the song.
Wow. I mean, thank you for the journey. This is Storm Chaser, so please welcome to the stage Genesis Adelia Collado, Gabriela Gomez, Jade Jones, and Adelina Mitchell. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.